You ever feel like you're just drowning in information about artificial intelligence? I mean, it's everywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Headlines screaming about breakthroughs, tech giants announcing things, even, your local news is suddenly talking AI.
It's a lot. It really is.
But when you cut through all that noise, what's really happening? Like, on the ground?
Yeah. How is it actually being deployed? Who's using it?
Exactly. And what does it mean for us, like, right now, in our daily lives?
It's definitely a challenge, isn't it? Just the sheer volume. It can make it hard to separate the hype from, well, the reality.
Mm-hmm.
What's truly fascinating, I think, is the speed, the pace of AI's integration.
Mm.
It's not some far-off future concept anymore.
Right.
It's becoming an operational reality.
Uh-huh.
And it's influencing everything from, say, national security right down to our local towns.
Okay.
Today, we're going to try and connect some of those dots.
Yeah.
Show you just how wide its impact really is. Some of it's pretty surprising.
Yeah, that's the plan. Today, we're diving deep into this dynamic world of AI. It's way more than just a buzzword now.
Much more.
It's actively being deployed. You see it in governments, the military, local communities, the global economy. It's spreading fast.
And how people feel about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's another whole layer.
Oh, totally. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
It varies widely, continent to continent.
Mm.
So for this deep dive, we've gathered a stack of really fresh sources, just out.
Yeah, very current stuff.
A mix of things. Government announcements, military initiatives, some local community insights, financial analysis, and a brand new global survey on public opinion.
Good cross-section.
Our mission here is to unpack these different facets of AI, not just the what's happening, but the why. Why does it matter to you?
Right, connect it back.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We'll look at secure government platforms speeding up AI adoption, Marines actually building AI prototypes themselves.
In a house, yeah.
And how communities are sort of grappling with this new frontier.
Mm.
We're aiming to bring you the really essential nuggets of knowledge, and trust me, some of these insights are genuinely surprising.
They really are.
Yeah.
What's compelling, I find, is just the breadth of it all. How integrated AI is becoming and how quickly.
Yeah.
We'll try to link that high-level strategy, the government plans, with the tangible, on-the-ground impact.
What does it mean for public services? Or even something like information itself?
Exactly. The implications touch everything, from streamlining how you interact with government to, safeguarding the very nature of information.
Okay, so given how broadly AI is being adopted, it's maybe not surprising that big national players are using it for security, for strategic advantage.
Makes sense.
Let's start there. How are major governments getting AI into their core operations? Let's look at the U.S. government first.
Right. So just yesterday, this is really fresh, August 14th, 2025, the U.S. General Services Administration, the GSA,
Okay.
they launched this really interesting initiative. It's called USAI. You can find it at USAI.gov.
USAI, like USAI.
Exactly. Now, first glance, you might think, oh, another government website, or maybe, some kind of procurement portal.
Yeah, my first thought.
But it's actually quite a bit more than that.
Okay, tell me more. What is it then?
It's a secure generative AI evaluation suite.
Right, break that down. Generative AI evaluation suite.
Think of it like a sandbox. A really carefully designed, secure sandbox, but specifically for federal agencies.
Okay, a safe place to play with AI.
Essentially, yeah. It lets them experiment with generative AI tools, test them out, and figure out how to adopt them on a larger scale.
And the key things you mentioned earlier, faster, safer.
Faster, safer, and this is crucial, at no direct cost to the agencies themselves.
Wow, okay. No direct cost in government. That sounds unusual.
It really is. That's a potential game changer. You know how government budget cycles and complex procurement processes work?
Oh, yeah. Things can take forever.
Exactly. They often delay vital tech upgrades for years. This USII platform seems designed to bypass some of those traditional roadblocks.
So agencies can innovate faster without waiting for a massive budget allocation.
That seems to be the idea. It removes a really significant barrier to entry for individual agencies. It empowers them to explore AI's potential without that immediate financial hurdle.
And what kind of tools are we talking about? What can they actually do on this platform?
Well, the platform puts powerful AI tools directly into the hands of government users, but crucially, within a trusted environment that meets federal standards.
Okay, like what specifically?
We're talking practical stuff.
Yeah.
Chat-based AI, that can answer complex questions based on government documents or data.
Right.
Code generation tools to help speed up software development for government systems.
Useful?
And document summarization. Imagine taking huge policy papers, mountains of text, and condensing them into actionable insights quickly.
Okay, that alone sounds incredibly useful for government work.
Absolutely. This isn't just theoretical. It's about making those day-to-day government workflows potentially much more efficient.
And helping them figure out what works before they spend big money.
Exactly. Discover innovative solutions before making those large, often complex procurement decisions. Think about a federal analyst.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to synthesize key points from, say, 20 really dense policy documents. Normally, that's days of painstaking manual work.
Right. Highlighting, note-taking.
With a tool on USAI, maybe they could get a solid first draft summary in minutes. That frees them up to do the actual strategic thinking, the analysis.
And this isn't just some random GSA project, is it? You mentioned it ties into a bigger strategy.
Correct. It directly supports the White House's America's AI Action Plan.
Ah, okay, the national strategy.
Yeah, which is all about strengthening U.S. leadership in AI.
Yeah.
Through smarter infrastructure like USAI, streamlined adoption across agencies, and coordinated federal action.
Gotcha.
The GSA Deputy Administrator, Stephen Ahikian, he put it pretty strongly. He said, USI means more than access. It's about delivering a competitive advantage to the American people.
Okay, strong words.
Accelerating AI adoption across government. Modernize faster, boost security, and lead globally. So it's framed very much in terms of national strategy and public benefit.
It is. And what about security? Collaboration.
Good point. The FAS Commissioner Josh Gruenbaum, he emphasized that USAI provides a secure and collaborative environment for exploring cutting-edge AI models.
So different agencies can compare notes, maybe?
Seems like it. The platform is meant to let teams measure performance, identify strengths, limitations across different AI systems, fostering transparency, trust, accelerating responsible innovation.
And avoiding duplication. Like every agency trying to build the same AI tool.
That's a huge part of it. Building a shared services platform prevents that common problem where individual agencies spend time and resources on very similar AI projects. That's a major efficiency gain right there.
And the GSA CIO, David Shive, he really hammered this home, didn't he?
He did. He said, USI isn't just another tool, it's infrastructure for America's AI future.
Infrastructure, that's a strong claim.
Yeah. He stressed its potential to cut costs, improve efficiency, deliver better public services, but all while maintaining the trust and security people expect from the government.
Okay, so let's bring it back to the listener. If we think about the implications, what could this actually mean for you, the average citizen, when you interact with government?
Well, let's speculate a bit based on what they're saying. Imagine potentially much faster passport processing times.
Okay, that would be nice.
Weeks down to days.
Maybe. Or think about more efficient tax services. AI could potentially help identify errors faster, process refunds more quickly.
Streamline permit applications.
Could be. Or even something really critical, like disaster response. AI could analyze vast amounts of data in real time to help deploy resources more effectively during emergencies.
Okay.
By providing the central, secure place for AI experimentation, USI could genuinely streamline countless federal services, make interacting with the government smoother, faster, more effective for everyone.
A smarter, more responsive public sector. That's the goal, anyway.
That seems to be the vision, yes. Okay, so that's the civilian government side, rapidly trying to integrate AI. What about the more specialized sectors, like the military? What's happening there? In the barracks, so to speak.
Right, so shifting from civilian services to a realm where, precision and efficiency can be matters of life and death.
Yeah.
The military.
Yeah.
And that brings us to this really fascinating pilot program within the U.S. Marine Corps.
Oh, interesting. What's this?
Very recently, just August 11th to 14th, 2025, they kicked off the USMC NPS AI Fellowship.
NPS Naval Postgraduate School.
That's the one, in Monterey, California. It's a program set to run until January 2026.
An AI fellowship for Marines. It strikes me this isn't just about them using AI tools someone else built, is it?
No, that's the crucial point.
This sounds more proactive, like they're getting involved in developing it in-house.
Exactly. This is a direct initiative coming out of the 2024 USMC AI strategy.
Okay.
And the core goal is clear. Accelerate advanced AI research, yes, but also build AI talent directly within the Marine Corps.
So creating their own AI specialists, their own innovators. What's the strategic thinking there? Why build it internally?
Precisely. It's about cultivation, not just adoption. The fellowship provides tailored education on AI.
Right.
Mentorship from top faculty at NPS, but also from industry experts.
Okay.
And critically, hands-on research experience. But here's the unique part, I think.
What's that?
Each fellow gets the opportunity to develop an actual AI prototype.
A working model.
Yeah. And it's not just some academic exercise. The prototype has to be directly inspired by a real-world challenge facing that Marine's specific command.
Ah, okay. So it directly links the AI development to practical, immediate military needs.
Exactly. Ensures relevance,
Yeah.
applicability. It shifts Marines from just being consumers of technology to actually being creators.
That's genuinely remarkable. Dr. Christopher Paul, he's the USMC Chair for Information at NPS and the lead organizer. He put it really well, didn't he?
He did. He talked about how the fellowship leverages eager Marines knowledgeable about the fleet's modern and relevant issues.
So people who know the actual problem.
Faculty experts, state-of-the-art facilities at Naval Postgraduate School, and the incomputable potential of artificial intelligence and machine learning is a powerful combination.
Military experience meets cutting-edge tech, fostering an innovation ecosystem, basically.
That's the idea. The strategic objective is pretty clear. Optimize AI's application across the force, and just as importantly, grow the AI proficient and literate population in the military.
So create a workforce that doesn't just use AI, but understands it, can adapt it, innovate with it.
Precisely. Imagine, for example, a Marine in this program developing an AI prototype. Maybe it uses real-time drone footage to spot camouflage threats with a precision human eyes just can't match. That could drastically reduce reaction time, increase safety, maybe in urban combat.
Right. Or logistics. That seems like a big area for AI.
Huge. Maybe an AI that optimizes logistics for forward operating bases, predicts supply needs, routes delivery systems to avoid danger, improving readiness.
So when we think about these prototypes, beyond logistics and battlefield intelligence, what other kinds of problems could they be tackling?
Well, think about predictive maintenance. Using AI to predict when complex military gear might fail before it happens.
Reducing downtime, keeping equipment mission ready.
Exactly. Or AI to enhance training simulations, make them more realistic, more adaptive to the trainees' actions.
And this fellowship model itself, could that influence others, other military branches, maybe even big companies?
I think it absolutely could set a precedent. How do you rapidly upskill your workforce in a critical new technology like AI? This provides a model.
Build that expertise from within.
Yes. Yeah. And the source material even mentions they hope to include other service members in future versions of the fellowship. So there's definitely a broader vision for this in-house development model.
It's about building that specialized workforce, people who understand both the tech and the unique operational challenges they face.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. Beyond these big top-down deployments government, military AI is also, seeping into our everyday lives. From universities, schools, into local communities. It's not just top-down anymore, is it? It feels like it's growing from the grassroots, too.
That's such a crucial point. And maybe that's where we feel the most immediate, tangible impacts.
Right.
Because while those big national initiatives set the stage, it's often the community-level adoption that directly shapes our daily interactions, how we learn, our local economies.
And a great example of this comes from Stanford University, their Deliberative Democracy Lab.
Yes, I saw that.
They're actively engaged in what they call artificial intelligence deliberative experiments.
Deliberative experiments.
Okay, so this isn't just using AI as like an efficiency tool. They're exploring it as a core component within democratic and community processes.
That's a fascinating angle. AI as part of the conversation itself.
Yeah. It's a huge shift, potentially positioning AI as something that could enable more informed, maybe more robust public discussion.
So what kind of projects are they doing?
Well, their projects really highlight this multifaceted approach. For instance, one is a Taiwan deliberative poll on utilizing AI to enhance information integrity.
Okay, information integrity. That sounds vital right now.
Totally. It's directly tackling how AI might be used to improve the trustworthiness of information.
Which is a massive societal challenge, isn't it, with deepfakes, misinformation?
Exactly. When we talk about information integrity with AI, it's not just about facts being right. It's identifying manipulated content, maybe making it clear how information was generated or filtered by AI.
Maintaining trust in what we see and read online.
Yeah. So using AI to fight misinformation, essentially. It's a double-edged sword, but this is exploring the positive edge.
A potentially transformative application if they can get it right.
They're also engaging directly with big tech platforms. There's mention of a meta community forum on generative AI.
So bringing the public into the conversation, with the companies building these tools.
Seems like it. Getting public input on these cutting-edge AI developments and their societal impacts.
That's important.
And then, of course, there's AI in education, which points to AI tools being used directly in learning environments.
Something many of us are starting to see, yeah. Personalized learning tools,
Yeah.
research assistants.
Right. And they also mention an invite-only 2025 Summer Symposium on AI agents.
AI agents. Okay, so not just basic AI tools, but more autonomous systems. That's how I read it. Systems designed to operate more independently, interact with other systems, achieve goals. Like a superpowered digital assistant, maybe?
Yeah, potentially with far greater capabilities. So
Right.
it suggests really high-level, focused discussions among experts about where this is all headed.
A proactive approach to understanding and shaping AI's role at a deeper level.
So thinking about those deliberative polls enhanced by AI, how might that actually shape public policy down the line?
It's a fascinating prospect.
Yeah. But also, what are the ethics? If AI is enhancing information integrity, who decides what's integral? Who builds the algorithm?
That is the critical question, isn't it?
Could this set a precedent for more AI-driven civic engagement, or are the risks too high?
It opens up incredibly complex questions. If AI is used to curate or verify info for public debate, the algorithms, the data they're trained on, they become immensely powerful.
Right.
You'd need huge transparency, rigorous oversight. The ethical guardrails would have to be incredibly robust to ensure impartiality, prevent bias from subtly influencing the discussion.
A big challenge.
But if governed well, it could lead to more structured, informed civic engagement, making complex policy debates maybe more accessible, more fact-based.
But the governance is key.
Paramount. Absolutely.
Okay, so moving from that academic experimental realm, let's go right down to the local community level. We see AI being integrated in some really practical, proactive ways there too.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's a fantastic example in an editorial published just today, August 15th, 2025, from the Durango Herald.
Durango, Colorado. I saw that piece.
Yeah, it offers this great perspective of learning alongside the community on board with caution and optimism.
It really provides a beautifully nuanced local view, doesn't it? Acknowledging the huge opportunities, but also flagging the crucial ethical questions, equity, workforce impacts.
Right, not just blind enthusiasm.
No. And the editorial highlights a striking fact that often gets lost. AI is the fastest adopted technology in recorded history.
Faster than the internet? Faster than smartphones.
Apparently so, in terms of initial uptake speed. Its presence is transforming sectors everywhere, even in smaller rural communities like Durango.
And Durango isn't just letting it happen to them, are they? They seem really proactive.
Incredibly proactive. The editorial mentions their grateful Fort Lewis College launched an institute 1 year ago dedicated to the study and deployment of AI.
An AI institute at the local college.
Yeah, serving as a resource hub and catalyst for innovation, not just for the college, but for the whole Four Corners region.
That's smart. Ensuring their community isn't left behind, but actively shapes how AI fits into their region.
And the community engagement sounds really strong.
Tell me about that.
Well, their first AI conference attracted over 400 people. Business leaders, educators, nonprofits, just interested community members, all eager to explore real-world applications relevant to their region.
400 people in a smaller community, that's significant interest.
It really is. And they've already scheduled the second annual conference for December 16th, so the momentum is there.
And they have practical projects too, right? Incubator projects.
Yes. An Elevate AI celebration happening soon, August 26th. It'll showcase 15 incubator projects.
Okay.
And these are projects using AI to tackle specific regional challenges.
Like what? Can you give an example?
Well, the article doesn't detail all 15, but you could imagine maybe one project using AI to optimize water distribution for local farms, especially in drier areas.
Yeah, crucial in the West.
Increase crop yields with less waste. Or perhaps another developing AI tools to help small tourism businesses predict visitor numbers better.
So they can staff up, manage inventory.
Exactly. Concrete, local applications solving real, tangible problems for that community.
The FLC AI Institute's annual report summed it up well, didn't it?
It did. Artificial intelligence is already transforming how the world operates. It is changing how jobs are created, how decisions are made, and how communities access knowledge and resources.
And the editorial echoes that feeling many have. You can either get on board with new tech or risk being left behind.
A sentiment felt particularly strongly in rural areas, which often bear the brunt of technological shifts if they can't keep up.
Yeah, and the editorial makes a really powerful analogy there, doesn't it? To broadband access.
It's a very resonant analogy for rural communities, just like limited internet access historically put them at a disadvantage.
In education, healthcare, business.
The adoption of AI could create similar divides if they don't engage proactively.
So AI is becoming essential infrastructure, like broadband.
The Herald argues exactly that. It's crucial for accessing online learning, telehealth, remote work, competitive tools for businesses, farmers.
And the risk if they fall behind.
They stated explicitly, losing younger generations, brain drain, young people leaving for places with better opportunities. It's about community survival and the ability to thrive.
And it's not just about rural development in general. The editorial talks about the news business itself.
Yeah, an industry facing, well, existential challenges.
The numbers are stark. Over 300 to 200 print newspapers closed in 20 years, 130 last year alone.
Journalism jobs down 80% since the 90s. It's grim.
So they're experimenting with AI as a survival strategy. How?
Think about AI tools helping journalists with the really time-consuming stuff. Background research, sifting through huge data sets for story ideas.
Scanning lengthy government meeting minutes.
Exactly. Efficiently scanning those voluminous packets for the critical developments. Things that take reporters hours right now.
So the idea is to free up reporters.
Yeah. Help struggling local newsrooms. Allow fewer reporters to focus their limited time on the high-value stuff, the critical community stories, the investigative work, rather than getting bogged down in administrative tasks.
An AI assistant for journalists, essentially.
It could be a lifeline for some outlets. And to make sure the community is okay with this.
They're doing a survey.
Yes. The Herald is running an anonymous survey right now, free until August 16th, to gauge community knowledge, comfort levels with AI.
And ethical use, trust.
Exactly. How can AI be used ethically, transparently, in ways that maintain readers' trust? It really highlights that AI isn't just a tool dropped from above.
It's a community conversation.
Yes. Shaping how this powerful tech benefits the region while staying true to local values. That participatory approach seems vital.
Okay, so we've covered government, military, academic experiments, local communities, but none of this happens in a vacuum, right?
Not at all.
All these deployments, they need underlying infrastructure, they need money. Significant financial investment is fueling this AI revolution.
Absolutely. This is where the commercial side becomes crystal clear.
So what does the economic landscape of AI look like right now?
Well, the scale of investment and the growth in companies providing the basic building blocks. It's truly staggering. It's the engine powering everything we've just talked about.
And there's a recent article from the Motley Fool just out yesterday, August 14th, that shines a light on a key player here.
Right. Nebius Group. NASDAQ ticker NBIS.
Nebius Group, a Dutch company.
Yes. And they're highlighted as a real powerhouse in AI cloud infrastructure.
So they're not building the AI applications themselves, necessarily.
Not primarily. They're building the picks and shovels for the AI gold rush. That's the analogy the article uses, and it's perfect.
Okay, picks and shovels, meaning?
They operate massive AI data centers, huge facilities packed with large-scale graphics processing unit clusters.
GPUs.
Right, GPUs, the chips that are essential for training big AI models.
Exactly. They're the workhorses. They can do the complex parallel computations needed for AI much, much faster than traditional CPUs. And Nebius is using top-tier GPUs.
The article mentions NVIDIA's H100, H200, B200, basically the absolute cutting edge of processing power needed for today's demanding AI models.
And their business model is just renting this power out.
Pretty much. Renting access to these GPU clusters, plus providing the tools and software needed for AI model training and inference that's running the AI model once it's trained.
On an hourly basis.
Yeah, making that high-end AI compute power accessible to companies that maybe can't afford to build their own massive data centers.
And who's renting from them? Any big names?
Oh, yeah. Their client list is seriously impressive. Microsoft, Meta Platforms, DeepSeek.
Wow, okay. The giants.
That tells you immediately the kind of high-profile, mission-critical demand they're meeting.
And the growth must be huge then.
The article calls it eye-popping. Nebius stock, up a stunning 154% just in 2025 so far.
Whoa.
And their revenue. In the second quarter of 2025, it jumped more than 7 times compared to the same quarter last year. Hit $105 million.
7-fold increase year over year? That's explosive.
It really is. But what's also notable, amidst that crazy growth,
Yeah.
they're focusing on efficiency.
How so?
Well, even with revenue jumping 7x, They actually managed to reduce their net loss by 49% in that same quarter.
Reduce their loss while growing that fast. How?
Improving their hardware design, investing in energy-saving solutions, leading to a 20% lower total cost of ownership for their infrastructure.
So smart scaling,
Hmm.
not just growth at any cost.
Seems like a very savvy, sustainable approach to scaling profitably.
But the truly mind-blowing part for me was their expansion plans.
Oh, the scale is ambitious, isn't it?
They want to boost data center capacity to 220 megawatts by the end of this year, 2025, and then an astonishing 1 gigawatt by the end of 2026.
1 gigawatt. It's hard to even picture.
For perspective, that's roughly the output of a large nuclear power plant, right? Just for their AI data centers.
Pretty much. And they have $1.68 billion in cash ready to fund this massive expansion.
That amount of cash on hand, just for expansion, it speaks volumes about the capital pouring into this foundational AI sector.
And the driver behind this insane expansion, the article makes it clear, demand for their AI solutions is outpacing supply.
Demand is higher than what they can currently provide.
Yes, that's a crucial detail. It indicates this immense, almost insatiable appetite for AI computing power right now. Even the biggest tech companies are scrambling for it.
So the hardware, the compute power, is still a bottleneck.
It seems to be.
Right.
Which is why Nevius is racing to build more capacity. Their financial guidance reflects this too.
They raised their revenue forecast.
Significantly. Their annualized run rate revenue ARR guidance for 2025 went from an earlier estimate of $750 million, $1 billion, up to $900 million, $1.1 billion now. Analysts expect their total revenue for 2025 to jump over 5 times compared to 2024.
Just incredible growth numbers. But what about valuation, people investing?
Right, the price-to-sales ratio. It tells you how much investors pay for each dollar of revenue.
Nebius is high.
Very high. Currently 66. The average for the U.S. tech sector is around 8.7.
66 versus under 9. Wow.
But the article justifies it with that phenomenal growth and points out that the forward sales multiples, based on expected future revenue, are lower.
So investors are betting heavily on massive future earnings, not current profits. A pure growth play.
Exactly. It's all about capturing this exploding market.
So if Nebius is growing this fast, what does that tell us about the overall demand for AI compute power globally?
It signals enormous, almost unquenchable demand. And it raises questions about competition, too.
Right. Who else is in this infrastructure as a service game?
It's a huge market, estimated to reach over $712 billion annually by 2032, growing at nearly 21% per year.
Wow.
So this suggests massive, sustained investment in the foundational elements of AI will continue for years.
And it also prompts another thought. A gigawatt of power. What about the environmental impact of all these massive data centers?
That's a really important consideration that often gets glossed over in the excitement. A gigawatt is not trivial energy consumption. Sustainability will have to be a major focus.
Definitely something to keep an eye on. Okay, so this massive investment, this rapid deployment, it all begs a really important question. How does the general public feel across the globe? How do people actually feel about this AI revolution that's happening so fast? Are they excited, worried, indifferent?
That is such a critical piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Public sentiment. It's vital. It shapes everything from government regulation to how quickly people adopt the tech, even how investors behave.
Yeah.
And luckily, we have some fresh data on this too. A survey titled How 21 Countries View Artificial Intelligence was published today, August 15th.
Today. Okay, perfect timing.
By Visual Capitalist. And it's based on data from the Global Public Opinion on Artificial Intelligence GPO AI project by the Schwartz-Reisman Institute for Technology and the Society.
Okay, solid source. And how many people?
Over 1,000 people surveyed in each of the 21 countries.
The sample size. And what did they ask?
The core question was about their overall opinion on AI, rating it from very positive down to very negative.
Okay. And what did they find? Is there a global consensus?
Not at all. What's immediately striking are the clear geographical patterns. Sentiment varies significantly by region.
Really? How so? Who's optimistic? Who's skeptical?
Well, the survey shows emerging economies are leading the way in optimism.
Emerging economies. Interesting. Like where?
India topped the survey. A remarkable 43% of respondents in India expressed a very positive view of AI.
43%. Very positive. That's high.
Very high. Kenya followed at 29%, very positive, and Brazil at 27%. A strong signal of hope from those regions.
Wow. So why? Why such pronounced enthusiasm there? What might be driving that optimism?
Well, the analysis suggests this enthusiasm might stem from really high expectations.
Expectations for what?
Job creation, maybe. Accelerated economic development. Big improvements in public services like healthcare, education.
So seeing AI as a tool for progress, a way to catch up or leap ahead?
Potentially, yes. For countries maybe facing substantial development challenges, AI could represent a leapfrog opportunity, a chance to address long-standing issues, accelerate progress quickly.
New industries? Efficiency gains? Competing globally?
Exactly. In places like India, with a strong focus on tech education, AI is often seen as a pathway to global leadership and prosperity. So the narrative might be much more positive there.
Okay, that makes sense. But then you have advanced economies showing a very different picture, more neutral or cautious.
That's right. Japan, for instance. 44% of respondents there held a neutral view,
Nearly half are just
Hmm.
neutral, not positive, not negative.
followed by Germany at 40% neutral, Poland also at 40%. It's much more of a wait-and-see attitude, it seems, not outright embracing it like in India or Kenya.
Why the caution in these developed nations? What's different there?
Well, this cautious stance could reflect a few things. Maybe greater public exposure to the more nuanced discussions around AI ethics,
Right. Privacy concerns, bias.
potential job displacement in existing industries, the complexities of regulation. They might be more aware of the potential downsides, or at least the big unanswered questions.
Especially impact on traditional jobs, automation anxiety.
That could be a big factor, where automation might feel more like a threat than an opportunity compared to emerging economies.
Mm.
The public debate is often just more saturated with those critical perspectives.
And then perhaps most surprisingly, the strongest negative views were concentrated in the West.
Yes. The U.S. actually reported the highest share of negative sentiment overall. 34% had either a fairly or very negative view of AI.
A third of Americans view AI negatively. That's significant.
It is. And France and Australia also reported high shares of negative sentiment, a really stark contrast to the optimism we saw in India, Kenya, Brazil.
So what's driving the skepticism in the West? Why the negativity in the US, France, Australia?
It could be a mix of factors common in these economies.
Mhm.
Existing political divides often shape how people see new tech,
Right.
fueling distrust.
Okay.
Huge concerns about AI amplifying misinformation, especially around elections maybe.
Yeah, it's a big topic.
Pervasive surveillance fears, and definitely profound fears about job losses, particularly white-collar jobs, where AI automation is getting increasingly sophisticated.
So in these developed economies, the immediate benefits might seem less critical compared to the perceived risks.
That could be part of it. Risks to existing social structures, economic stability, plus cultural factors might play a role.
Like,
Maybe a stronger emphasis on individual privacy in some Western cultures,
Mhm.
or just historical experiences with past technological disruptions that make people wary.
okay. So if we connect this back to the bigger picture, these incredibly varied sentiments, they really hammer home that AI isn't just a tech shift.
No, it's deeply societal.
And understanding how people perceive it is just as crucial as understanding how it's being built and deployed.
Absolutely.
Why do you think the perceptions differ so much globally? Is it purely economic opportunity versus risk, or are there deeper cultural things at play?
It's definitely a complex interplay. Cultural narratives around technology, national development priorities, historical experiences, they all shape public opinion.
How a country views privacy or the government's role in regulation.
Exactly. Those underlying values will naturally color how AI is perceived. And these different perceptions, they're almost certainly going to influence policymaking.
Right. How different countries regulate AI, how quickly they adopt it.
For sure. A country with high optimism might push for rapid deployment, maybe lighter regulation to foster innovation.
Whereas one with high skepticism
Might focus more on strict ethical frameworks, slower, more controlled adoption, more public consultation.
which leads to the really critical question, doesn't it? Does strong negative sentiment actually slow down adoption? Or
Or does the rapid deployment just continue and eventually public opinion shifts towards acceptance maybe, or maybe even just resignation?
that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? As these technologies weave deeper into our lives, that perception versus action loop, it's going to be fascinating and maybe a bit unsettling to watch.
Absolutely. It's a dynamic we'll be tracking closely.
Okay, wow. We have covered a lot of ground today. We've truly taken a deep dive, haven't we?
We certainly have.
Exploring AI's rapid, multifaceted deployment. From those top-down government and military initiatives like USAI, that GSA platform accelerating federal AI use,
The secure sandbox.
and that Marine Corps AI fellowship building crucial in-house AI talent. Really interesting stuff there.
Definitely.
Then we shifted to the community level. Stanford's experiments looking at AI's role in democratic processes.
Enhancing information integrity, potentially.
And those incredibly proactive local initiatives down in Durango, Colorado, including how AI might be helping industries like local news adapt and survive.
That local angle was really insightful.
And then the economic engine behind it all. Those powerhouses like Nebius Group, building the essential cloud infrastructure, the GPU clusters.
The picks and shovels.
Billions being invested, massive growth projected, driving this whole revolution forward.
The scale is just immense.
And maybe most importantly, we examine how the global public feels about all this, those varying hopes and concerns. That fascinating divide between optimism in emerging economies and the caution or skepticism in more developed nations.
A really crucial layer to understand.
So hopefully you listening now have a more comprehensive, multi-layered understanding of AI's current landscape, something that goes far beyond the daily headlines.
We hope we've helped you build a more nuanced perspective, equipped you to understand the huge opportunities, yes, but also the real challenges this transformative technology presents. For everyone, including you.
Yeah, this isn't just about stuff happening to you passively, it's happening around you, and understanding it helps you engage with it more intelligently, right?
Exactly.
So as AI continues its rapid evolution, embedding itself deeper into, well, pretty much every aspect of our lives, the core question really isn't just about what AI can do anymore.
No, the question is shifting.
It's becoming. What kind of world do we want to build with it? And maybe even more critically, whose voices will get to shape that future? So maybe a final thought for you to mull over. Where do you fit into this ongoing global conversation about AI? What role might you play even in your own community? And what kind of future do you envision, not just for yourself, but for everyone, as this technology continues its relentless advance?